Hello Informed Crows, I'm John from the Haunt Informer, and today I'm going to be giving you my 2025 review of the Final Bell Haunted House. And it is a brand new haunted house this year, Maryland's newest haunt, and it is run by Matt and Bliss and Carlos and Steve, and they do such a good job. Matt was actually there that night. Bliss was as well, talk about her with her scare acting, and Matt was there happy to talk to us and work with us. And he was actually getting some of his own footage of the haunt, getting scare footage for the night, and some of that's on social media already, and it's always great to see him, so I'll tell you all about that in this video. So today I'm telling you about the Final Bell Haunted House in Hampstead, Maryland, and it's very close to Harry's Nightmare. It's run by the same people with Carlos, so massive shout out to him. You can actually get a combo deal where you get a wristband and VIP priority with the VIP lane, the line. You can get that wristband combo at the Final Bell with their little ticket booth there. You can get a ticket to Harrah's, and you can go to Final Bell with the VIP access. So definitely check that out if you want to. You can get that in person. And like I said, it's called the Final Bell Haunted House. The backstory is that this school is now haunted by the different teachers and the classmates that are there, and there's ghosts haunting the place, and I really enjoyed it. It was very fun. For a first-year haunt, you have had no idea. It looked like a haunt that had been around for at least 4 years. The set design with the detailing was so good. The actors were completely firing on all cylinders, and I honestly had a blast. I got to go through with my friends from Tim's Insanity, Tim and Yolanda, and also I got to see Tim and Katie. That was fun. It's always fun to see them. And yeah, we had a great time. We had such a fun time. Also got to go through with Todd from Todd Talks. So we had a lot of fun as our group going through. The haunt is an old school. This is not fabricated. This is a real school that used to exist. It's now not being used. They use it as the haunted house. So you park in that parking lot. There's plenty of space there. There's clear signage telling you where to go. So we parked right there, walked right up to the ticket booth. If you have a QR code, go straight to the table and they'll scan your QR code and give you a physical ticket. So they actually give you one. And if you don't have tickets already, you can get them at the ticket booth, the little ticket booth right next to there. A very neat effect they pull off is this little projection show they do on the wall on the front of the building of the school, and you see that when you're right at the ticket booth. You look up and you see it, so when you walk up to the school, you see this really creepy projection show of showing these evil janitors and school kids, and it's very unsettling, so it really sets the tone. And you go in through those doors, and right off the bat, I got scared by the principal. I had no idea he was going to be there. All of a sudden, he said we were late, and that startled me really bad. So before I even got in the haunt, it startled me. So that was great. And then they have this little line where the VIP line goes straight ahead, straight into the haunt. And the general admission one zigzags some, like most haunts with lines. That's how it goes. And Matt was there. We got to talk to him for a second and talk to Tim and Katie. So that was really fun. And then we then went into the haunt, and then you turn and you go over, and they have multiple people running it and telling you how many are in your group, and they make sure you are pulsed through the haunt and go through with your group, so it's not a big line. So make sure they give you a good experience. And right off the bat, there is this intro with this whole intro sound effect of this whole voiceover, and they have this creepy scene, and then you keep on going. And one of the first scenes is this really demented classroom, and they have all these desks, and Bliss was in there. She was doing an excellent job. She had this whole monologue going, and there was these creepy sound effects behind her with the soundtrack, and she was telling us all about the school, and it was really unsettling. So that really set the tone. Excellent scare actress there. She always does an excellent job. And you have to weave in and out of all these different classrooms, and at one point there's an experimental lab, and the professor's in there. Shout out to Eric. He did a great job portraying that character. Very intense, telling us about all the different experiments and pointing to the different things he's doing on the chalkboard there and the different things he's trying to make in the lab. And he had one of his students actually in there that was going mad, coming after us. So that was an awesome scene. I love that. It was so detailed. There was so many layering of details throughout this haunt where you can look at one scene and you can get really good distraction scares because there's always something to look at. There's something to look above you, to the sides. hey, look farther down. Like, there's always something to look at, so it's very easy to get distracted here because the set design is such high quality. That lab was incredible. I loved all the design in there, all the set design, all the different layering of props and detailing and grime, and I loved it. And at one point you go through a disgusting bathroom, and that was disgusting, and there was a prop body in there, and this guy was jumping out of a stall at you, and that was disgusting and really grimy and gross, and the smell effects in there were disgusting. They do not mess around with their smell effects here. They definitely make it smell gross at points. You're going past dead bodies and things, prop dead bodies, of course, and it smells really bad. Really, really bad. So they definitely got that perfect already first year. I love the lunch lady scene. She was awesome, wanting to feed us and then make a meal out of us. That was great. I like that whole courtyard area after that where you're going past the different tables and different characters coming at you. So there was always so much to look at here, and I really enjoyed the furnace scene where the fog effect comes out of it at you and there's multiple scare actors running after you. I love the one area where it looked like you're going past this cage and there is a cheerleader in there, like she's stuck in there, she can't get out, she's been entrapped by these crazy students and everything, that they have then put her in this cage, and she has the full outfit on where she looks like she actually went to the school, but there's fake blood on it, of course, and she's very ghoulish looking with her makeup and everything. She's going crazy, shaking on this cage, running around in there, distracting you for the scare, which is then this scare actor as one of the evil students, and he is jumping on these handrails there above you, and he's like doing full-on jungle gym like tricks on there, like above you. Like, that was awesome, and he jumps down from it at you, and that was incredible. That was like a perfect double tap of the two of them on both sides coming at you. Massive shout out to the detention hall. That was very intense. That scare actress came out of nowhere and ran at us and split our group in half. Man, she got us so bad. She startled every single one of us at the same time. That was incredible. For the majority of the cast never having haunt acted before and only acted like a couple weekends before we attended, I was very, very impressed by how high quality their acting was and how they really could do improv with you and could mess with you and be very intimidating and scary. So I love that. Lots of really good distraction scares. There is a dark maze element at one point, so you actually are legitimately going through a maze, and it is dark. If you feel the walls, of course, to find your way out. And sometimes there's things hanging in front of you, and if you touch the walls, sometimes there's textures on there. So if you don't like the dark, that definitely will freak you out. And of course, the people behind me, like Yolanda and everybody, made sure they had their hands on my back so they could follow me through there and get out of there. So you barely escape that dark maze and go right back into the school, and there's so much more to see. And I loved it. I really did. There's so many awesome scenes in this haunt, and I love the finale where it looks like you're going into the prom, and then the prom queen, the one with the sash, is like, she stole my crown, the other one doesn't, and she steals the crown off of her, and she's like, I won, she stole it from me, and they're like bickering back and forth and doing tons of improv, and if you say things to them, they'll then bounce off of you with their improv, and oh, so awesome. We literally just stood there. There was no one around us because we were pulsed through, and with no groups bunching up on us, so we just stopped and just watched them do their thing and improv, and it was awesome. Excellent ending that haunt, and I loved it. It totally fit the theme, and before that, there was a scare actress that was hyping you up for the scene. There was like music started to play, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna dance with that, dance with them, I'm gonna dance, and it was fun. It was just so fun. Such an interesting, unique ending. You don't see that often. And I think this is easily one of the best school haunts I've been through. I've been through a couple now. I've been through Final Bell and Crawford School of Terror. I'd love to go through Dent Schoolhouse at some point, but I loved it. For a first year haunt, you have had no idea it was. The detail and the set design was top notch. Really good quality props in there. They're very realistic at times, so you have no idea if it's going to be a scare or not. And lots of really good masks and makeup in there. And I loved it. I really did. It was an excellent haunt. Highly, highly recommend going to the Final Bell, supporting them for their first year, and definitely say hi to the principal for me, and think about getting that combo deal where you can go to Harris as well. Harris is like 10-15 minutes away in Westminster, so check out that combo deal if you want to do 2 haunts in a night. It is very doable, and here is their official flyer. And as of the posting of this video, you will have the 17th, the 18th, the 24th, the 25th, October 31st, Halloween, and November 1st to attend, and it says the different hours on there as well. So be sure to check out Final Bell. You will have a blast. That was the Haunted Informer. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you get a notification every single time I put up a new video. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I'm on social media, and you can find all those links below. And tell me about your experience at the Final Bell. Are you planning on going? I really hope you do, because it's a great up-and-coming haunt, and you're going to have a blast. So be sure to go, and as always, happy hauntings.